My name is Frank. I'm a polygon pimp. No, I build levels and I draw levels. I do the concepts and then I fabricate them.
Hi, I'm Steve Cotton. I'm an environment artist on Reach.
Hi, my name is Ken Taya, and I always go for the Rockets. I'm an environment artist.
This is Melota. They put my name as Mike, but most call me Melota, and I work. Terrible. Yeah.
Wait, did I even get my name right?
Cut this.
Look, you're talking slower.
My name is Mike Melota, and this is my level.
You can't do an impersonation of yourself.
I'm Mike Melota, environment artist, architect, gameplay modifier, destroyer. This is Anchor 9, the best map ever.
Yeah, this is Anchor 9, right?
So we named it Anchor 9, and then after that, I put a 9 up there. Bam.
Yeah, it's
One of 9 anchors.
18 actually.
You know, from day one, this was actually a pretty favorite map among the guys that were just sort of play testing, and so it hasn't changed layout-wise really all that much. A lot of times our maps will go through a lot of iteration, and we'll rip a side off, or we'll double the width of a gap or something like that because it's not working, and this one really has kind of stayed pretty consistent.
Yeah, as far as the gameplay, the thing that's really nice about this map is it has the right balance between, okay, I'm not too far away from the action, but at the same time, when I spawn in, I don't have 50 grenades in my face. Like, it has just the right amount of pacing for a Slayer game.
You can always get back into combat pretty quickly in this map, which is nice. Or in my case, you can always die really quick.
Your playing is bad.
Did you find a bug?
Your face is bad. Hey, I'm on your team, Nimrod.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
So the pit was pretty fun, and we wanted to make a map in this DLC that actually captured a lot of what the pit captured, which we felt like was symmetrical team-based combat, lots of strategy out in the middle between the bases. Multi-level, the engagement distances are very similar. So this map actually kind of fills that niche in this DLC. And then Mike came on to start architecting this one out.
We have a term for it. It's called de-cottonifization.
Yeah, I think people will either love this map or be totally enraged.
Why would they be
Because
enraged?
there's so many ways to escape death. Even though it's really a tight map, I always wanted to make sure that there was an escape route because I'm often being chased. So to give myself a few more seconds to live, I'd make sure there's a little drop down or a window to run through or maybe something to hop up on.
So Melota used the bevel tool in this hallway, I see?
Yeah, heavily. Bevel everywhere. Primary art direction.
Oh, look at this cheater. Take that grenade.
I know when we sat down to think about the DLC maps, I know this one particularly had a lot of potential because of the low grav outside.
Well, yeah, you know, it's funny because recently we got the Microsoft testing, and they came back, gave us a bug that it was kind of too easy to die out here. I don't know, it's just, it seems perfect to me, the amount of danger out there.
Well, it's a ninja ledge, right? I mean, you're finding a shortcut, but there's like a payoff and there's also a danger. So it's risk and reward, right? If you stay inside, it's safe. I mean, well, with the exception of getting shot, but the level's not going to fight you. But when you're on the outside, you have a shortcut, but the level could be actual danger.
And it sounds awesome out there. Originally, I was hoping that this space station could be kind of a crippled, half-destroyed space station during the War of Reach, and there'd be like all these crazy spaceships flying by that were like
Killing frame
under
rate?
attack, and yeah.
Oh, visually.
But I really like the way it turned out. It just feels really clean and easy to navigate. Probably if there was all this damage and smoke and crazy movie stuff going on, I would be getting killed even more than I do now. Just wouldn't know where I was.
Well, you made this map, right? So that means you have to be the best at it, right?
If that was only the case.
I guess it's pretty interesting as far as the art side of things. When we were building the map out, memory is always a concern with bitmaps, and doing one-to-one on wraps for the objects takes a lot of memory. So Milton, he did the missile cards here. and he also did the engine service module. He did it in such a way where it looks like it has a one-on-one custom unwrap, but it's mostly tile textures. So he developed some really cool techniques of fabricating those objects. I mean, I've been in the game industry since 1996, and I've seen such huge changes for how we build environments or vehicles. And we are literally getting to the point right now where we could model whatever we want. So Kentai, if you have a second, could you please tell me what these are for?
Don't tell them.
That's why it's an adult game. These are airlocks in case something goes wrong. All these doors shut, and these stabilize the pressure in this room.
I think a good term to describe what we do a lot of times is implied function. It looks like it does something, but there's only to a point where we could really hyperanalyze how it works.
So even on top of this saber, see how we place this catwalk here? It has to really feel flat and easy to walk and navigate around. It doesn't really make sense, but gameplay design trumps visuals in some aspects. We just have to make it look good. You just gotta look right and feel right. That's what she said.
But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. That was Anchor 9, and it comes out on November 30th.
I'll see you in space, and watch your back.
We're going to look at the Cage, which is a map made in Forge. I'm Chris Carney. I was the multiplayer design lead on Reach, and with me today is...
Hey, I'm Derek Carroll, multiplayer designer.
And then also providing fodder for this experience is John Cable. John was the engineer who really helped make Forge World a reality. And then also in the corner, getting over his puppy love, is Luke Smith.
Hello.
And Luke, what do you think of the Cage in general?
I actually really like the Cage. It's one of my favorite maps in Reach. Look at you down there,
Oh!
trying to scoop up a little treat.
Blue team's turning it on.
Carney, since he made the map, actually knows where all the weapons are, so you can just find him on an endless loop of trying to find bonus items.
I'm trying to really slow down my camera movements so it looks good on film.
I think if they're looking for something that looks good on film, they're gonna go with a different perspective.
Wait, somebody talk about the map.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Carney, you took this.
Yeah,
from,
we had a map called Blockout that was great, but it wasn't great enough.
Thank you for great.
I mean, it was great. It was really great.
It was
I like
really
Blockout.
great.
It was special.
It was funny.
It had some amazing.
I had a lot of
hand cannons.
good times.
Like that? That was a good time.
All right.
Seriously, where are the weapons that I'm interested in?
And then the location of Blockout in campaign disappeared, so we took some of the basic elements of Blockout and moved that over to Forge World. And it actually only took maybe a week to block out the Cage and then start playing it.
You guys middle.
But there had been a lot of design work, just paper design work before
Oh
that.
my God, sit down.
And then we spent about a month polishing it, revamping it, which is very easy to do in Forge. And if people don't like it or don't like certain parts of it, they can just go into Forge and change it around, which is also very easy to do. And again, it's asymmetrical, 4v4, great for SWAT, Team Slayer, even asymmetrical CTF. So we floated the Cage up in the air because, similar to Lockout, we wanted to get, first of all, let the cliff provide some orientation on the map, because it gets a little confusing with all the Forge pieces. Players who move around the map well to be successful.
I just got fooled by a hologram. I feel terrible.
Part of the intent of the Cage and Paradiso was to create new sweet maps 100% in Forge. So we used Forge to build this. We didn't use any internal special tools or anything like that. And what is great about that is both those maps, the Cage and Paradiso, are great examples of how to use Forge. So if you want to know how to set up spawns or how weapon respawn times work or how to set up a game of CTF, you can just load the Cage up in Forge and look at it as an example. And we're going to have actually lessons on Beano, how to use Forge. Maybe some videos.
Are you going to be hosting those? Are you going to be?
I definitely vote for that.
I like your voice. It's very baritone.
Yeah, that's soothing.
I think this is an opportunity for someone else, Bungie, to really stretch their wings vocally. Derek, what's your favorite aspect of Forge?
Let's see, Forge, I guess definitely the physics options, being able to phase stuff in easily, trivially, and definitely coordinate manipulation. I get that kind of crazy OCD of being able to line stuff up exactly, precisely. Oh, and rotation snap. Be able to snap stuff, again, precisely. Feels much better.
Yes, some of those camera changes came in really late, but I'm really glad we got them in.
Yeah, picking up a piece and not moving it is key.
Yeah, and even little things like clicking down on the left stick to adjust geometry is also really sweet and very helpful.
So, Carney, if people feel like they can jetpack too high in this map, Forge will let them lower that.
Correct. You can change your safe zone, which essentially is the boundary that you define
Shadowrun skills.
as the playable area on the map. Right, and you could lower the ceiling so you'd get the out-of-bounds warning if you went too high. Is that something you'll probably do on Luke Cage?
I think I'll probably remove it.
I probably would just not have...
Oh, what?
Yeah, L2P. I'll probably just not have jetpack as an option. I want people to use the runways you've created and the map as you've designed it, rather than finding their own unique twist and hovering around like a bunch of little Apache helicopters.
How do you feel about that spawn, Carney?
That was good. I'm really happy with Paul Llewellyn's work on the spawning system.
Wow. Wow.
No, I love Paul Llewellyn.
He's not here to defend himself. He's like 17.
And I was the one who set up the spawns on the map. I mean,
Cable's visiting a little place called The Zone right now.
I don't think I've not gotten a double kill.
Hugging Cable so hard right now, Luke Smith.
I'm just building him up.
Cable's good.
Cable's a great player.
What about Luke Smith? I thought he was good at this game.
Luke Smith was a great man, but that was another life.
Okay.
You are awful. Before you got a puppy? Yeah.
Yeah, before he got weak.
So, why do you get a puppy?
Why?
Yeah.
Just because I don't feel like a cat would give me enough love and affection.
Then you need more love and affection in your life? Is that what we're going
yeah.
on? Okay.
It's an empty, hollow place.
So that is the cage. So if you are interested in making your own Forge creations, Halo Reach comes out September 14th.
9/14, Reach. The Swan Song, Farewell.
It is.
Hasta la bye-bye.
It is.
And I hope people like it. Stats were not good.
Actually, the stats are great.
Let's check those out.
Carney, with massive odds in your favor, not even able to pull a +1.
I was talking the whole time.
Ta-da! Campaign prepares an amazing table, but multiplayer's your meal.
I could eat it every damn day, forever.
It's like sitting around on the couch with 7 of your buddies, playing Halo multiplayer, trash talking.
2 men enter, the better man leaves. The lesser man is respawning, and that's Halo. The beta. It's super important to have these like big ticket like milestones that sort of force a bunch of wishy-washy designers to get their shit together.
So for the multiplayer team, it is absolutely a test of all the stuff we've been doing.
I'm really terrified about what people are going to say.
The public beta is where it all comes together. Beat the shit out of our code, come break our cookie system, come try to, like, it's a great security test. Maybe they're going to find new glitches that we can fix. That's why I'm like, please, find new glitches, find new glitches.
We made a bunch of changes in Reach that are pretty significant.
For multiplayer, especially, there's a lot of people who are super passionate about the features that we put into it.
The DMR is absolutely an awesome, worthy successor to the battle rifle.
You kind of get control over how accurate your shot is going to be. If you're spamming that trigger as fast as you can fire it, it's going to go kind of wild. If you're trying to like hit a guy really, really far away, then you have to slow that down.
Everyone's totally destroying with the DMR. It's like everyone's got a Death Star in their hands.
I usually go back to the Needler. That's one that always makes me happy.
Everyone's always wanted the Needler to be sweet because it's hilarious and fun. Then it gets too sweet, or all of a sudden like something gets fixed, and it's like, oh, tracking's fixed now, and you're like, guys just burst.
It's been fun to go back and kind of re-envision some of the old friends.
Like the sniper rifle. Like I pick up the sniper rifle and I'm like, this is it. It's totally happening, and I'm about to rain death on the plebeians that I work with. And I'm like, yep, back.
The Covenant focus rifle is awesome because it's like that Sentinel beam from Halo 2, but now it's a sniper weapon.
When the pistol started to come back, it was insane. It was so awesome.
I'm super excited to see what people do with armor abilities. It totally changes the game.
You've got this secret weapon in your back pocket that's your fourth leg of fun.
What do you want to be? Like invisible? Do you want to fly? Do you want to turn to stone?
With Reach, you've got guys in jetpacks flying around, invisibility guys just showing up.
It's kind of a give and take between us and Sage and Josh, trying to figure out like what's that perfect balance with all the new stuff.
There's a lot of that goes on. They're like, shh, don't tell Sage, he'll nerf it.
You're juggling plates, right? You're just sitting there spinning the plates, and occasionally one starts spinning, you're like, ah! And you're like, making Viz more powerful. And everyone's like, no, I'm picking Viz. And you're like, okay, make it less powerful. And then, oh, no, everyone like, I mean, that's what Sage and those guys do. It's a fucking huge challenge.
We don't ever want to create one super weapon that works in all cases, because that tends to make the game fairly dull. It's really up to the player to decide how do they want to play on a particular map.
It's a choice.
Double kill.
That's, I think, Halo at its best, is like making these choices.
You start the game, and immediately you get to choose a loadout.
You're making a single selection that includes your armor ability and your weapon. We sort of pair those intentionally.
It breeds this smarter combat. You'll definitely notice a big difference in how the game functions.
Right now, at this exact moment in development, Armor Lock's insane. It's super powerful. I love it.
It is just fucking fun.
There are 2 Slayer maps. There's Powerhouse, which is an asymmetrical map. Lots of indoor-outdoor action.
Sword Base is a very vertical map.
Moving around Sword Base is a completely different scenario when you've got a jetpack versus when you're sprinting.
This time around, we decided to integrate all of the multiplayer maps within the campaign.
Overlook is another Pioneer-style base.
We're using it for a game type called Generator Defense. That's also a multiple loadout game type. Your loadouts are actually far more varied than, say, in Slayer.
Boneyard is our largest map we've ever done in multiplayer.
It's definitely the most complicated multiplayer space we've ever tried, and it's also a new game type.
Invasion is this big team battle.
We sort of sat down and said, let's try to make an objective game that has elements like Slayer and try to make that more fun. And we wanted a big, huge, lots of guys and all these fictional elements.
We've added a couple new objective game types, Headhunter, Stockpile.
Headhunter. It's so much fun. Like seeing a dude pick up skulls and then you cap him and seeing skulls fly out of his body and then the mad dash to pick those things up.
And there's a lot of tension as you're amassing skulls. It's the risk reward of gathering up a lot and banking all at once, or just doing it one at a time and not being a big target.
Headhunter.
Stockpile is a team game based on Capture the Flag.
2 teams each have their collection zone or stockpile.
There are multiple flags on the map, and your goal is to grab a flag, take it to your goal. It's a game of capture and defense.
We have what we call the party games. We have Race, we have Oddball, we have King of the Hill, but like, Slayer's the thing you keep coming back to. Like, for me, Slayer is the game. Slayer is multiplayer.
The arena is a really awesome evolution for people who want to play really hardcore competitive multiplayer.
Let's just acknowledge that Slayer's awesome and try to build that space where we can sort of say, like, if you're hyper competitive, care about stats, let's make that for you.
Bam, games, push, rating, push, division.
The better you play, you'll eventually be put into a division. The arena divisions are broken up into Onyx, Gold, Silver, and Steel.
You can say, oh yeah, I was Gold, you know, and like that means something. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. You're basically a AAA baseball player. And I'm like, I'm Onyx. Like, you just met fucking Roger Clemens.
Our matchmaking system is really good at matching people up based on skill. What it has never been really good at before is saying, well, how much fun will these 2 people have playing together?
I'll sing. Some of it's obnoxious. I'll get muted. Why can't I tell the system, dude, find me the people who love playing like a team player?
Instead of just trying to put 8 people in a game together, we first use the social preferences for finding teammates. And then we can say, find 4 other people who are really good skill match.
Without players thinking about it, we hope that it'll lead to better social encounters.
Active roster essentially is us bringing the Y menu back from Halo 2.
It's a way of saying, friends are online and this is what they're doing, so I can hook up with them with a minimum of fuss.
Everything that you see in the game, there's a path to getting. We can make this game about you.
I really wanted to make sure that players were able to invest themselves in the Spartans that they create, and then be able to carry that Spartan back and forth between campaign and multiplayer seamlessly without them feeling like it's two different experiences.
Start at 0, nothing. Invest, play the game, no freebies. You're beta testing. Have a t-shirt, little avatar t-shirt. I'll be wearing one.
The fans should never assume what you see in the beta is set in stone.
What's working about Powerhouse?
The jetpack is practically crying out for abuse.
Is Rocket Spawn open? Is that good?
In the end, it's all about the game, and the game is king.
There's that magical step in the process, like it stops being software, and all of a sudden it's more like this thing. I'm playing with my friends having a beer. It's awesome.